Hello. How are you? Okay, so I wanted to get on here and talk about bananas. All right. I eat about 6 to 7 bananas a day. Yes, 6 to 7 bananas a day. And I know you're probably already like, oh my gosh, Crystal, it's so bad for you. The potassium overdose, and there's too much sugar, and it gives you, your glycogen levels and glucose, and oh my gosh, you're supposed to have 2 a day, whatever. Okay? I hear it all the time. There's not one time I can go to the grocery store and someone see my basket full of bananas and freak out and so concerned with my potassium overdose. It's funny how people are so concerned with, overdosing on a nutrient and a vitamin versus, being deficient of a nutrient and a vitamin. Anyways, so I'm going to defend my bananas and debunk that theory. So in order for me to get a potassium overdose, I would need 2,500 milligrams of potassium per body kilogram of my body weight. So my body weight is 100 pounds. Divide that by 2.2 or 2, we'll just say 50. You do 2,500 times 50. That gives you 125,000 milligrams of potassium that I would need to consume in order to have an overdose in potassium. So roughly one banana has about 400 grams of potassium. You do 125,000 divided by 400 gives you the amount of bananas that I would need to consume, which is 320, 319, something like that. We'll say 320. So I would have to consume 320 bananas in order to get a potassium overdose. Not only that, I would have to consume that in like 30 seconds or a minute, something like that, because your body can't automatically digest it that well and flow it through your bloodstream. So everybody can calm down on the banana overdose and the potassium overdose. I'm okay, and you will be okay too if you eat more bananas. In fact, I actually follow Dr. McGregor, or no, not McGregor, Dr. Greger, Michael Greger, and then McDougall, Dr. Clapper, Dana McDonald's a registered dietitian. They have great information and studies done on all this stuff. So I'm not a doctor, chemist, scientist, whatever. Basically, I love to research this stuff. Okay. So he actually says, Dr. Greger actually says that, back in the day when people ate more plants, they were getting about 10,000 milligrams of potassium in their diet daily. And nowadays, since it's such a, commercialized meat, billion-dollar meat industry, where everybody's all high protein and protein, and, back then everybody got enough plants to sustain their potassium levels. And now, we're lucky to even get a fourth of that, which, it's like, I don't know, we're lucky to get like 2,000 or 3,000 milligrams of it in a day. And, most Americans are actually potassium deficient. Okay? So, eat more bananas. You're not going to overdose. In fact, I'll put my blood work to show you that I'm fine on the, potassium. Okay? So, I'm not saying you can't overdose in potassium. You can in the form of basically a lethal injection. They man-made these supplements and chemicals of a specific nutrient, for instance, potassium, and you can shoot it up in your bloodstream, or you can, take it orally, and that high concentration of potassium, yes, you can overdose in something like that because it goes straight to your blood flow, okay? When you're digesting your bananas, even 2 or 3 or 5 or 6, the digestion, the fiber, all the nutrients involved, it has to place its, do its work and burning and all that, it can't go through your bloodstream that quick enough to get you an overdose. Okay? So, eat more bananas. Now that I've debunked that theory, let's talk about all the benefits of bananas and why you should eat more. Okay, so bananas have high vitamin C, so high that it's actually double the amount of vitamin C than an apple. And I'm not talking shade about my apples because I love my apples, but it has double the amount of vitamin C than an apple. It actually has high antioxidants, which I didn't actually know this. It's actually high up there, as in, you know, how blueberries are very good for you in antioxidants. Bananas are too. Okay. It has B6, high B6, and B6 converts to tryptophan. And tryptophan actually increases your serotonin levels. It's got something to do with the neurotransmitters in your brain, and it gets things flowing. So, yes. If you suffer from anxiety and depression, you need more bananas. It's got high tryptophan. Tryptophan increases your serotonin levels. Okay? All right. Let's see. It's got high potassium, high magnesium. Potassium, magnesium combined is a great muscle relaxant, or a muscle relaxer. That's why they say when you, you know, after, if you got like a Charlie horse or if you got cramps, to reach for a banana. Most of these, you know, triathletes and, you know, all these athletes, you know, basically after workouts and stuff, they, you know, you've always heard go get a banana smoothie and all that. It's a real deal. You get banana back into your body, you get all your glucose back in your body, all the carbs, all the fiber, and, you know, it helps aid in, you know, muscle relaxation and actually muscle recovery. So let's talk about the glucose level too. Okay, so the sugar and the starch in your banana. Carbs are good. Carbs are good. In the form of a plant, carbs are good. Sugar in the form of a plant, carbs are good. It's kind of the same situation as I was discussing with the potassium. Since it's got so many nutrients and packed with fiber, it doesn't, your body benefits from it as it's digesting. Sugar is not metabolized the same way as, you know, sugar in a packet or corn syrup or, you know, all these genetically modified corn, you know, sugars. So yes, sugars in a fruit, they're okay. Packet sugars, not so much. In fact, that Dana McDonald I was talking about, she was saying it's pretty much inequivalent. You know, you can't compare the two really. Another thing, if you are having trouble with your digestion, if you're having trouble going to the bathroom and releasing your toxins, all fruit basically is very good for that. I would suggest increasing your fruit because you will, you know, get things flowing. But specifically, bananas help tremendously in that. Okay? So, I really hope this helps. I really hope that you take this in and enjoy your bananas. And I really hope you do something great for your body today and you eat you about 2 or 3 bananas today. All right? Talk to you later. Okay, so they send it to you online. I loaded it up, my name. I marked out all, you know, my date of birth, all that, patient number and all that, but just wanted to show you my glucose, 85. You're supposed to be between 70 and 110, good there. And potassium between 3.2 and 5 is in range, and I'm 3.5. 3.5. So, doing well. I've been eating 6 to 7 bananas a day for the past 7 years or so, and yeah.